not at my best, but good enough today. I think I struggled a little bit more in FP1. It's a difficult track. It's an amazing track to drive, but difficult, easy to get just timings wrong, bumps wrong. And I still got a couple little bits here or there wrong on my final lap, but still quick enough. I think it's always tricky also when you go onto the soft tyre. Do you push 20% more, 10%, 5%? Do you actually back it off a little bit? But a good enough lap for Paulo, so very happy.
It was a good session overall. I think Q1 was a bit scrappy, a bit difficult with traffic, but then we got into our rhythm, and the soft lap was a bit of a shame there in the second to last sector, but still decent lap, P2 for tomorrow, so a lot to fight for.
The soft just was a bit different to what I expected. A couple of big moments on my first lap, which wasn't ideal, and that was a bit of a shame, but ultimately I felt much happier today than the last couple of weeks. Practice went very well. I think sprint quali changed a few things, which took a little bit of getting used to again, but ultimately pretty happy.
We were there or thereabouts the whole session. Q3 was a funny one. I think everyone went a bit slower except Kimi, so he clearly did a good job, so well done to him. But for us, P2, P4 is a good place to start.
Car felt good in FP1, we were P4, now we are P5, so definitely it seems that we started the weekend in the window of the operation of the car, and then with only one free practice, obviously if you start with the right foot, then everything becomes easier, so let's see tomorrow.
Yeah, a lot of vibration in the car, a lot of just ride problems, not what we want, but I mean besides that I think also we just don't have the grip. The middle sector is terrible, so just can't get the car to turn, but at the same time also I can't really rely on the rear, so for us just quite poor, I would say. It's what it is.
The car was feeling good and some nice laps, so I enjoyed it.
Compared to Mexico, does it just feel like things are clicking a bit more this weekend? Is it as simple as coming
to? I don't know. I mean, it's still just a sprint qualifying, so we'll see tomorrow.
Not happy. I mean, the car was very, very slow today. It didn't feel that bad, but we are slow, so we've got something to work on and to try and improve for tomorrow. Unfortunately, my lap in SQ3, the first one was pretty good. I had a rejected upshift in the last straight, so we cost like a tenth and a half. Wouldn't have been much better, I think maybe P7, but tough weekend so far.
Everything before SQ3 very good. SQ3 not so good with the soft. We committed to one lap, and it was a learning lap, but that was the final one, so a bit gutted, but honestly not much left on the table.
I think it was clean. Obviously being 10th in SQ3 is never, the nicest thing, but I think there was not much more on the table, so if I'm not mistaken, I think it's the first kind of Q3 appearance, or SQ3, but whatever, top 10 appearance in quali this year, so I'll take it and see what we can do tomorrow.
Sorry to see you missing out on SQ3 there, fine margins, we saw the yellow flags as well. How much did that impact your final run?
Yeah, it definitely didn't help, but it's not for the lack of trying. We seem like the team thought we were a lot faster than we are. Gave it everything, and that's ultimately what matters most. Is just we just weren't quick enough.
I think we knew we were going to struggle at this circuit. There's a lot of lap time just in getting the kind of balance that we wanted in the car, but I don't know if it's totally achievable. I don't know if it's a little bit more fundamental in the car that we'll try and fix it between sprint racing and main quali tomorrow. But it was tricky.
On one side, very happy because the whole day we've showed some really good performance from free practice. The car's been feeling a lot better than a very long time ago, so I think there is quite a few things to understand, but it was very positive. Good pace to get in the top 10 in the SQ1, and then same on that SQ2. And then the last lap I think we're at a good margin, like probably a tenth faster than what was done for P10, so I think we were gonna get through, and we had the yellow flag from the Ferrari, which unfortunately ruined a bit our last attempt. So a bit frustrating because I think it's the first time I feel I got the car to put it there in the top 10 since probably 3-4 months, and I felt very good in the car, and in the end could not do it.
It's a good session, you know, in the sense of Q1 we managed to do a clean one. In Q2 just lacked a little bit in sector 1 in my first push. But then the second lap was not so bad, but I just feel like the tires, everyone did the best in their first push. I improved in the second one. But yeah, the tires were just not there anymore. So yeah, my mistake. I should have done a bit better probably in the first push when everyone did their best. So yeah, looking forward for tomorrow. Still getting used to the track as well. First time hitting this track for me, so let's see.
First lap was okay. I lost a bit of time in turn 4, so you know, going into the second lap actually I was quite confident because I had a really good feeling with the car. But I uncovered a bit of an issue that I think we had. I felt it a bit in SQ1, but it didn't bother me on my second lap of SQ1, and then finally on my final lap in turn 1 I had a bit of strange behavior from the differential. So after that it was really tough, honestly, to put sector 1 together. I lost a tenth and a half, and you know how tight the margins are around here, so it's a shame. I think there's a lot of potential in the car. We just need to do a bit of fine-tuning for the main quali tomorrow.
It was tight. I think I just had much more in it, and yeah, it's a bit of a pity because the car was quite competitive this weekend at the moment, and yeah, it was. I think as every Friday I'm struggling a bit more to find the rhythm and the pace, and I always need that couple of free practice to get to understand the car and then come back stronger on Saturday. But okay, we need to do the work overnight and try to be better tomorrow.
First lap was okay. I mean, the car's been very, very quick today, so yeah, we came out of the garage for the second run, and everyone was slowing down at the pit exit, and I ran out of time. Basically, I came across the line right behind Gasly and or Colapinto, I don't know who it was, but we just messed up the timing completely. So I don't really know how, but yeah, it basically meant we didn't do a second lap.
Was the lack of running in practice to blame for your early exit?
No, I wouldn't say so, to be honest. But I mean, it wouldn't help. But at the same time, how I ended up P1 was pretty good. I mean, I still done enough short run, long run as well. So it just and lap was pretty okay in the qualifying. Just what I've done. So yeah, it's mysterious. Just lack of grip, to be honest, overall. But the lap itself, I'm not really. I can't really find now outstandingly what I'm sort of.
Just wrong track position, really. The first run was not very clean. Had quite a lot of traffic in places, but the second run, I've never overtaken that many cars before. Yeah, I must have overtaken 10 or 12 cars. So yeah, we had pace for much more. Disappointing session. So. Yeah, we need to review what we could have done better, because they're just messing it for little reasons, let's say.
Simply didn't do a good quali. I mean, first run was quite messy with traffic and problem with getting the tires up to temperature, but then the second run we managed to make our life even more difficult, and we almost didn't put 2 laps in. So yeah, in general, just I go out of this quali without knowing what was the limit or the performance of the car, because we didn't even do two laps.
You were looking pretty good in FP1 straight out of the box, so physical feelings aside.
Yeah, I'm physically obviously not 100%, but pace in FP1 shows that I could have done a fast lap today if needed, but we managed to put ourselves in a position to never complete a fast lap, so it's impossible to know what we could have done.